Durag Diaries, yo people, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Tottenham transfer news show. You guys know what time it is by now. Everything Tottenham, everything transfers. We will cover it here today. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button on your way in. It don't take a second and it don't cost you a thing. Also, yeah. Make sure you're also sharing some love to the channel. We're on the road to 5K. Real close to 4K. We are like 3,650 right now. Trying to get there before the end of the month. We've got just over 2 weeks to go. So I need your support, your help to get there. Truly humbled by the support that we've had so far. But we are real close. I need your help to close down and get there. So make sure everybody's doing that. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to your boy Durag Diaries. And then away from that, of course, we do have memberships available now. So become a delinquent, become a descendant. Tap that link in the pinned comment and you can join the Royal Navy. Yeah? Make sure you get that done, people. New members in the building. That's what we like to see. Big up to Hooks for the raid. Yeah, every single time, my brother, my bro. And I can't lie, things are looking good today. Yeah, Eze and Savinho day, maybe release me from the shackles. Yeah, I told people, fuck Charlie's Angels. Remember Levy's demons. Yeah, Levy's demons. Something dangerous going on around there. Levy's gonna let the sins run loose. He's gonna let the sins run loose. We might have the 7 deadly sins at Spurs, cuz. You know them way there. The man them out here, yeah, doing business. I've seen today. Yeah. Spurs are looking sign a left winger under 10. The Lord has been listening. We all know that we need a 10. We all know that we need a left winger. And to hear that, because last week, the reports were suggesting that Spurs are either getting a left winger or a 10, or a player that can play both positions. Now it seems like we are aligned with the fans, with the manager, with Levy, that we need a 10 and a left winger. Yeah? SA News back. Yeah? SA News is back. And how can I forget? We have had more updates on Boot Jack Jack himself. Mr. Boot Jack 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 Boot Jack 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 Boot Jack Jack. Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, run up the tunes. The Brazilian tunes. You man need to know, make sure you're ready. Because the welcome is going to be big. The welcome's going to be properly. Need to bring Savio over to North London in the right way. I'm tired of seeing Richard. He's not a real Brazilian. That guy's Bolivian or something, bro. In fact, I think he might just be a yardie. He's one of them man from Guyana trying to blend in like they're South American. He's from the Caribbean blood. He ain't a baller. He's not a Brazilian. He ain't real bull chat. He ain't from the favelas. He's not from the favelas. Yeah? Savinho, ven aquí. Over to North London, please. Yeah? That's all I need to say. But let me come to the chat. Big up to the people them inside. You're trying to get 75 likes for this stream, yeah? 75 likes for the stream. So make sure everybody is out here liking up. And let me just start off before I go all the way up. My bro. Super Saiyan Jacob with a super chat. My guy. What you telling me, Jords? Huh? Both of them. Yeah? Not one, not two. We're getting both of them. Yeah? Let's spam that guy. Can you guys, all the Spurs fans in here that are happy about Eze and Savinho, spam both of them in the chat. If you're feeling happy today, if you're feeling good, spam both of them in the chat, yeah? Let's get that spammed up this morning. So I'm going to come down. I'm going to read up to the chat, but I best see at least 20 comments on both of them, yeah? I need to know that you guys are feeling it today, yeah? Both of them, Eze and Savinho day. Facts. Come on, man. Let me catch up to the chat, though. Let me catch up to the chat. Big up. Good morning to my guy, Jay Spurs, Eze and Savinho. Needed. For real, they are. They are. Big up to Strasbourg Steve as well. How can he not be a moderator in his crazy? Big up to Strasbourg Steve every single time. Just talking with him and Hooks on his channel. And we're going to get round some of the stuff Hooks is going to say. We are going to get round some of the stuff Hooks was saying, but we'll do that when we get over to Eze and all of that stuff. We're going to do some data comparisons as well, because you know me, people, I love a data comparison, especially if it's a data MB. I love it. I love it. So we are going to get into some of those. And we're obviously going to talk about some of the transfer deals and all of that stuff. All the reports that have been coming out this morning. So it is going to be a busy stream. And then we're going to be heading over to Football Heritage TV at 10:30. So make sure you stay right here. Got plenty of streams to come. Literally plenty of streams to come over the next couple of hours. So you will be entertained. Yeah, you will be entertained. But I am willing to even sacrifice a 9 if we can get that done. Facts. I can't even lie. Eze and Savinho, I know Solanke's working. Solanke's working with Eze and Savinho. I don't even have a doubt. Don't even have a doubt in my mind that Solanke's working with that duo. It's not even a question. Big up to BT Slim, though. Smash the likes, as he says here. Omar Uchi, Durag Diaries. Hey, come on, man. You guys know the intro by now. Hijack almost fully complete for real, bro. It's almost there. It's almost there. Links everywhere. Windows are mad. This window's going mad. I can't lie. This is a proper window. Good morning to Mustafa as well. Good morning to Common Coys at Marcus. Loving the picture as well. The rainbow badge looking cold. Spurs and City link up to Mud Arsenal on my birthday. I'm here for it. Both yeah. We're here to link. We're here for the Arsenal, and we're here for the Arsenal tears. I'll be real. We are here for Arsenal tears. Let's make it happen. Good morning to I can't lie, Karma. You should be a mod in here as well. It's crazy. You know what it is? I haven't modded new people for so long. I always forget to. So Karma, let's make sure nobody is You got SAA badge. You got a badge inside now. My bad for taking so long. Good morning to Karma. I hope you're doing well today. Beautiful, beautiful weather out. Should be 30 degrees. So make sure anybody that is from the UK, you are enjoying. Because this might be our last week of good weather. It really might be. So make sure you get outside, you enjoy it, take in the sun, touch some grass. I know some people I'm on YouTube a lot as well. I can't talk too much. I'm at my desk a lot of hours of the day, but I will be touching grass. Yeah. So you may not see me this evening. It may have me evening off trying to get outside and enjoying, but don't worry. There's still plenty of streams to come. But hit the likes and subscribe like my boy Hook says there, man. Make sure you're doing that. Zar, morning, bro. They tried to highlight the Eze shit wasn't real on the panel. Now he's going, hey, bro, Zar. I know you was there in midday live when they were trying to make me seem like they tried to make me seem like I'm the crazy one. They keep trying to do this stuff. Trying to make me seem like I'm the guy that's losing my brain cells. I told you last week I was on a stream with Arsenal and Crystal Palace fans. And Arsenal fans, sorry, it was just all Arsenal fans. And my IQ went down. My IQ went down for a minute. But we back up and we really understand the things that are going on. Told them about the Eze stuff, broke the news to them. They didn't want to listen. Now they will listen. Yeah? Now they will listen. Liver Spurs and Man City Spurs. You know what it is, man. Matthew Bullman, big up Matthew, man. Rest in peace, Jota as well. I love the Liverpool contingent are inside. Big up to all my liver. Yeah, I'm saying the Liverpool man this season. We linked up. Man. I'm the way that Liverpool fans want good for me. I want good for Liverpool. I want good for Liverpool this year. So we linked up. Don't worry about that. We linked up now, man. Got too many of you guys in the chat. Watch along tomorrow. What we saying, Jords? Mustafa, you asking silly questions by now. Now the watch along may not be. Look, you guys see now that the stream's fine. But the watch-along stream may not be fine. It may be chopped at times, but we're going to make it happen. Don't worry about that. We will make it happen. So make sure you're there. Super Cup final. Watch along. We will be there against PSG tomorrow. We will be right here. So make sure you're sharing your face. Apparently, someone just posted on another chat that the Manchester City deal is off. Is that correct? So what I've seen is that Jack Pickbrook, or a quote from Jack Pickbrook, has been taken, but there's been no link to the quote, where the quote has been taken from, whether it's from his YouTube channel or something like that, whether it's an old quote. He hasn't tweeted this. Jack Pickbrook never tweets Spurs stuff. He'll retweet and repost David Ornstein, because obviously he works for The Athletic. So I wouldn't take in any of that at this moment in time. That's just a point. As we have seen that's come out, Savinho's open to the deal. He wants guaranteed minutes. Gobo, or whatever the report is, it's a Brazilian outlet, I reported that he wants minutes and wants to be an important player going into a World Cup season. He wants to be playing in that World Cup. So I wouldn't believe that. I think this deal is very much on, and the people saying it's off is to try and, protect the value of the player. Give me a second. It is very warm in here today, so we need the fan on full blast. Full blast. But big up to Jacob. It must be like 4 a.m. over there, so big up to you. Hearing from the sources, more Jason Statham impressions, the higher chance double dipping day Savio Eze. Oi, mate. Oi, mate. I might need you to, next time you come on, Jacob, you need to we need a transfer announcement in that accent. That's what we need. We need a transfer announcement in that accent. Big up to Jacob, though, man, every single time. We should have a show this week, people. Hopefully Thursday, the Jacob X George show. We're gonna make that happen on Thursday, definitely. So make sure you guys are there. But what else we saying? Man like K's Ali in the building. Durag Diaries, my bro. Come on, man. Subscribe to the channel, like up the thing. You'll never walk alone. Big up to my guy Dean every single time. Back, and he is definitely better. Savio Eze kudos. Ooh. Leave these demons for real. Yeah. The 10 commandments are getting released. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't let me start yeah. Don't let me start yeah. Don't make me bring the dogs out. Don't make me bring the dogs. The dogs are getting off the leash, bro. Don't let me get the dogs out. You know what I mean? Hey. You know what's crazy? I actually prefer Eze Savinho Kudus if we can get it done. Is that over who? Not better than Sesko, Cunha, and Bromo, Belieber. You ain't getting Belieber. And trying it in. Do you know what's mad? Man's including a number 6 into a front 4 bro. Low IQ stuff. I'm not even entertaining it, Mustafa. You're better than that. You're better than that, Mustafa. You are better than that, Mustafa. You're better than that. Big up to Kizzy as well. Every single time. Matthew Bullman, big up to you, my bro. Big up to you. Please, can you see Wolfie's Tottenham Premier League predictions? I'll speak to Wolfie about that personally. Maybe we'll try to get Wolfie on the channel so we can do some predictions. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Don't worry. He'll say it here to my face rather than me reacting to what he said. Savinho on the left, Kudus on the right, Eze on the cam. It's looking good. Trust me. Both of them. That's what I need to hear. I am gassed. Smokes Malone. How could I not be? How could my club is looking serious? How could I not be? Big up to Yasir as well. I can't flex your signings. Hey, come on. I hear it. Durag delusions. Kenga's, I ain't looking like a delusion right now. Told man about Eze from 3 months ago. I think I might be the real ITK now. I might be breaking. Hooks made a good point. I was breaking the news to everyone the past couple of days about this Eze stuff. Telling everyone, look out for Eze and Spurs. Spurs' interest is being reignited. Look out for it. Kept telling people, didn't want to listen. Fab has tweeted it. Now they will listen. Now they will listen. They will listen to me now. So let's have that right. But bomber after bomber, you might think we are in. Oh, I'm like, I can't even repeat all of that, man. That's a bit mad. But Langer got his coffee discount from Mr. Baldy. We are rolling. How could I forget? Yeah? Just like Hook says, and just like I say, if You want to be extra, you want to show your extra support, you want to help a brother out, you can scan right here, and buy me a coffee. Top me up. You know what I mean? Give me my coffee's out. I need a new one. Big up to Dr. Durag. Yeah, Yak, aka Old School. Yo, Jords. Both of them. Yeah, that's make sure. I know some of you man are behind the screen. Both of them. You can't wait for that one to hit off. That one's gonna hit like different. That one hit like crack in the 80s. Yo, trust me. Big up Jords. He's not going Spurs. Okay, Keros. Okay. You man will finally have a Brazilian for real. It's been a long time. Savinho, Eze, Kudus. I'll cheer y'all. Bring all cheer y'all. You know them way there. I want our cheer y'all to play upon my front line. You man deal with my front line. That Aye. Big up to SB though. Big up to Abel. We only need Solanke to get 15 goals. I trust me, if the wingers are contributing, we don't need Solanke to get too much. We don't. Big up to Godfrey in the building. Big up George. Hope you're good, G. Don't get too gassed. We'll hijack the move. You need to sell players first. So we're gonna get into that. I'm almost caught up though. Almost. How could I forget? We have a new delinquent in the house. Let's announce. Karma. Welcome to the delinquents. Welcome to the descendants. Welcome to the members. We are glad to have you. Make sure you get your uniform and you get on those front lines. Defend the channel. Defend your honor like no other. Make sure you wear that delinquent arm, that badge on your sleeve. You wear it everywhere you go. You know them ones there. You've joined the Royal Navy. You've joined the delinquents now. You're one of us. Yeah? Big up to Karma. If you want to be like Karma, if you want to become a member, tap the link in the pinned comment and become a member. Yeah? That's what I'm saying. Big up to Ghosted in the house. Big up to Ines. Look. That's a member right there. Sir. You know what I mean? You want to be like, you want to have a little extra badge next to your name when you walk in. It's different. George, it's a Levy masterclass. We get panned by PSG tomorrow, and Eze announced the day after. You know, I can't even lie. Yeah. You know, if we lose and we get the Eze Savinho bomber straight after, I ain't even caring no more. I don't even care. Man's like, yo, fuck. All right, the PSG Super Cup, we weren't going to win it anyway. That's how, when you hear that come out my mouth, just know, this is why. We're going to win it anyway. Savinho, Eze, they are. Bring me back from the dead. But how about we win that trophy and those players get convinced even more that this is the club that I want to go to? That's what I'm on. I'm going to be real. That's really what I'm on. Ledoux, I've been living under a rock. We signed anyone else apart from Paulinho and Kudus? Not at the moment, Ledoux, but we will real soon. There looks like there may be some news announced today. Until they're holding up the shirt, then it's just news fodder. Jords on early. Boy, come on, 9:30s. We're out here every single day. Someone please explain these emojis to me. I don't have my glasses. All right, we're due to bring some more emojis, but at the moment, there's just two emojis. You got a goal emoji and an end of stream emoji. So when we score, it's just pictures of me. That's what it is. It's like little pictures of me with the goal. So you just use emojis whenever you feel like it. We are going to get some more custom emojis real soon. We got another member in the house. Big up to Tony Rodriguez. Big up to you. I hope you're well. How are you feeling for this deal? This is just City not willing to sell 50 million. It's not no news yet. That's facts. Savinho, new striker. Kudus. I think Savinho 10, Kudus, and same striker. How do you feel about that? Let's be real though. United attack still shit on that, Jords. Even if you get Eze and Savinho, it don't. Sesko's unproven. What are we gonna see from Sesko? Solanke gets more goals. Big up Wesley as well. Big up, man. Brother Eze mentioned he wants to sign for Arsenal. Let's place a wager. All these Arsenal fans are on this. Oh, yeah. So, as I said, when he left Arsenal's academy, it broke his heart. Yeah. So he's gonna want to come back. He's gonna want to come back to us. He wants to come back to Arsenal. Yeah. Declan Rice said it broke his heart when Chelsea let him go. He ended up turning them down when they came back in for him for the better opportunity. So let's look at it the right way. Man. He's gonna go for the club that's to put him in the best position. What's that advert? I wasn't made there. I was made in the Royal Navy. Come on, man. You don't know about them ones. You don't even know about them ones. But he's an Arsenal fan. Hey, this is what we keep hearing. Does a front four of Savinho, Eze, Kudus, and Solanke really work though? It does. It actually does. The only problem I feel like we may have is 3 ball carriers. We've got Savinho, Eze, Kudus, all that like the ball, but at the same time, you got 3 players that will be able to combine well, and they're probably going to get a lot more confidence playing together. But we're going to get into the reports literally in a second. How can you reject someone without putting a bid in? That's like saying a gal rejected man, and man just said hello. It don't really make sense. Well, sometimes you can say hello and she says, I got a man. I know this happened to you, Kizzy. Don't lie. It's definitely happened to you before, and that's why you're putting it in here. You ever gone up to a girl and she says, I got a man? As soon as you say, I got a man, you've been rejected, bro. You've been rejected. If you were Leng, she might not have done that. It's only because you're butters, bro. It's dark. Let's have it right, bro. That's all it is. If it was Drake going up to her, she's not gonna go, Drake, I got a man. Bro, she's not doing all of that. When you're Leng, you go either way, bro. In any way, bro. Either way, as Jacob says, either way, gal is keen on us. Keen on us. So when she sees, man, or when he sees that we're interested, it's say less. For real, mood, innit? What was laughing at that one, bro? You're gonna say that you weren't rejected, but it's because she said she got a man straight away, bro. It's calm. He didn't want to admit, but he knows that's happened to him before because it's happened to me before. I'm lying. It ain't happened to me because I've got it like my shit a little different. You know what I mean? My shit a little different. I ain't really had that problem, but maybe I've done that to a few females. You know what I mean? But for you, I can't. You know, Kizzy, I know where you're from in the Newham and them things. I know that's definitely happened to you, bro. Don't worry. Don't even start asking around. You're too local for me not to find out. I'll start asking around. Big up to Jerome for the super chat, my brother, my bro. Jords, apparently Frank has spoken to Eze this morning. It could finally happen. Jerome, where did you see this news? Share this news with me. Let me know where this is coming from so I can read it out. Jords got rejected by AI gal dog. I doubt it though. She's texting us back, little bro. Facts. Yeah. When she goes to the toilet, she's texting me. She might come back to bed with you, but she's texting me while she goes to the toilet because I'm the sneaky link. Don't worry. She's gonna end up with me though. Devil gonna end up at my yard soon enough. So she might be flirting with you right now, but we know where she's gonna end up. My crib. Yeah. Watch Arsenal fans. The U-turn saying we didn't want Eze anyway. Facts. That's what it is. And you know what? Let's go into the reports. I've caught up with the chat. Big up to everyone in the chat. It's been a very, very lively chat today. 175 people in the building. We should definitely be on. Oh, we're on 75 likes. Big up to the people inside. That's what I love to see. Already hit the goal. Let's aim for 100 now. That would be nice. Even 125. You guys feeling extra nice. We're only halfway through the stream. We've got a long way to go. But look. Let's go on this news that, again, it seems like it was broken this morning. In fact, it weren't last night. This was broken this morning. But this was the news that Fabrizio had come out with and that we had saw today. This is what we had saw to suggest of the following. To understand Tottenham are also back in talks for Eze. What did I say? We are there and they are about. For Eberechi Eze in a separate deal from Savio. Separate. So Spurs want a 10 and we want a left winger. Spurs are trying again for Eze while they work on Savinho following Maddison injury and Son exit. 2 of our best players last season, or I shouldn't say best because Maddison wasn't, but let's say biggest contributors, I will say. 2 of our biggest contributors last season will no longer be available. Eze keen. Eze's people always tell me I be lying in my titles and shit. What does that say? What does that say, huh? Oh, shit. What does that say? Eze keen. Eze's keen. You people reading? But deal depends on Palace as release clause remains expired. Oh, wait, a release clause. So this is what's confusing about the deal. This is what's slightly confusing about the deal. Because he says release clause expired. Then I saw this today. Jacob Steinberg. Spurs open talks for a move for Eberechi Eze. Crystal Palace attacker. Release clause remains active. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let me zoom back out a little bit. Let me get back out of here. Let me just. Whoa. Yeah, we're back. Expires on Friday. Yeah, so look, release clause remains active and expires on Friday. Now, as we just saw in Fab's report, he reckons that the release clause is already expired. So I don't know what's going on with this release clause. It's really strange. We don't know who's right. I'm going to believe that the English source in this one because Jacob Steinberg's probably closer to Palace directors or whatever it is, journals, than Fabrizio is. He goes on to say something about Arsenal, but we don't care. We don't care what's going on with Arsenal yet. No, I'm joking. I think it's only fair that I share the full tweet. I'm just joking. I'm just playing, guys. I'm not salty. Does Arsenal remain interested and will have the edge if they push for Eze, but they want to sell the likes of Trossard and Vieira first? Fabrizio then went on to off the back of this tweet afterwards and said Tottenham keep working on both Savinho and Eze deals as exclusively revealed. Spurs want to add 2 attacking players to the squad. Talks are ongoing with Palace and Manchester City. So Spurs are looking to get a deal done for these players. Spurs want both of them, and you can understand exactly why Spurs want both of them, because the types of players they are and what they bring to the squad. Now, I'm going to compare these players to the players that are currently in the Spurs squad, just so you can have a good understanding of where our players are at the moment. Because, to be fair, our wingers are just they're not wingering. The only problem we do have is Johnson's the only registered winger on Data MB, but just see the comparison. It's mad. When you could see the comparison, you see how limited our game is with a Johnson. Johnson is the green, as you can see here. Dribbles completed, 37.9. Eze, 54.4. Savinho, 95.9. This is a dribbling demon. You see when Chelsea Don, big up to my bro, but at the same time, he's a fraud. He called Madueke. Let's get Madueke on here just to show you guys, yeah. Oh shit, he might be right. I ain't even gonna lie. The data man told me he's half different. I know I saw my eyes, but he calls Madueke 1v1 demon. You see this progressive carries 98.2, dribbles completed 95.9. That's the type of players we need in our squad. Now, obviously, Eze, I think his comparisons to wingers is where it probably goes against him. So it's probably best to keep Savinho in this one. And then put Eze up against some of the central attacking midfielders that we have in our team. There was a website that would be perfect for this. I need to get this downloaded, an FB chart, because this is what I was supposed to download yesterday. So we can actually go through this properly. So we're going to get that downloaded. Don't worry about it. We're going to download that one. It's going to have a little extension. Don't worry. We're going to get this open. We're opening this all up right now. Why is it? These frauds, bro. Why have they got me on Bukayo Saka, bro? I don't need a fraud like this. Savio. So, when we look into the data with Savio a little piece more, you can understand instantly why Spurs want him. When you just look at his stats against the attacking midfielders in world football last season per 90. Shot creating actions per game, 5.15 in the 88th percentile. This is what we need, wingers that can create at this level. Wingers that can consistently get on the ball and make something happen. Onwards from that, you've got someone who in progressive carries 6.6 per game, always getting at his man. Successful take-ons 2.69 per game. Pass completion still pretty high at 80.6 per game. Assists in the 88th percentile, 0.35. Shots. He's a player that likes to create shots. He's a player that's constantly in the attacking stats. He excels above so many. And when looking at this a little piece more, you can see it here on the data. He just excels on any bit where it comes to creating goals, getting actual GA on that side of things, because people try to downplay his GA from last season. A lot of last year, and since the deals come out, what I've been hearing, and people were trying to cook him last year for it. Savio has 1 goal. Savio has 1 goal in the league. Rare tear, all this rubbish. But when you actually look closer into the stats for the season for him, he actually had a pretty stellar season. For his first year as a 20-year-old, you can look at it here and you can see quite clearly that he had a good year. If you looked at any other 20-year-old coming into the Premier League, you would think that this is a good deal. You would think that this is a good deal and a good player. Played 1,700 minutes, and in that time, got 10 assists and 1 goal. So 11 GA in 1,700 minutes, averaging pretty much in that time. Every game, 2 games, he's getting a goal or assist, or we should say an assist in that sense, yeah? So he's a player that is always getting on the sheet. I shouldn't say always, but pretty much every other game getting on the sheet. That's in just the Premier League. In all competitions, 3 goals, 13 assists. Had a pretty good first year. Now, would we expect him to build on this in his Spurs first season at Spurs? Yes, because he's going to be a primary creator for Spurs, someone that gets on the ball a lot more, but also he's going to have the pressure and the mantle to know that you're an important player. You need to perform. You need to score. He can't look around and say, do you know what? Marmoush, deal with this one today. Haaland, do you know what? This is going to be on you today. Or it's not going to be a case of, you're getting taken off because we got these players on the bench. Also, look into it a little bit more closely. Last season, where did he play? Multiple positions. He played 27 games on the right, 12 on the left. If you look at the season prior to that, when he was at Girona, it'd be very clear for you guys to see, for anyone that's not a fan of him, that he's not a right winger. And let's just have a look at the stats for a second before we even go into his position. In his first season in La Liga, 11 goals, 10 assists, 9 and 10 in the league, 37 games played. So he played nearly every game. We played every game but one, I should say. A lot of minutes, and he had some very, very good numbers. When you actually look into that, you can see he played 35 games as a left winger. Never once played on the right-hand side. So he came to a harder league and was told to do a job that he's never done before. He's never done this before at the higher level, but you want him to do a job on the right-hand side. But I'm not a right winger, Pep. Oh, no, but we just want you to cut in. And bro, shut up, man. Go scratch that bald head of yours and go figure that out with another player. Go get something out of Grealish. Go moan about Foden. But that's not Savinho. That's not what Savinho is good at. That's not where he specializes. So we just got to look at it there. You got to see, and you can take it in to see that he's not a left winger. He's not a player that thrives off of the left. He's not a player that wants thrives off the right. Sorry, he's not a right winger. Doesn't thrive off the right. You need to play him on the left. Sorry. I know I just confused people with that one there. And then also Eze. We got to look at Eze because Eze is a player who, for me, is a massive, massive improvement for Spurs. A huge improvement on what we got. And again, you can understand why Spurs are looking into this player and why they want to get a deal done for this player when you look into the data a little closer. Which I'm trying to get up, but they've got like 1,000 tabs open. Give me a second, people. Give me a second. Bear with me. We're going to get the Eze stuff up. Let's do scout report. No, actually not scout report. We want... Oh, yeah. This ain't working. It's not working. Oh, wait. I got the... you know what? We got FB ref open. That will work. That will work. Don't worry. We'll get the FB ref on. Yeah. Because Eze is a player who, again, when you look into the numbers for last season, you can understand why Spurs want this player. You can understand why. Spurs need a player that can score goals, add some assists, something that we was missing from last season. We now have, going into the season, we are missing 65 GA. 65, not 10, not 20, not 30, not 65 GA of our Premier League last season, or from the season in whole, is being missed from the players we don't currently have available. No Kulu, no Madders, no Son, no Solanke at this moment in time. We need a player that can add goals and assists to this team. Watching that Bayern game, it was very clear to see that Johnson and Richarlison are not suited and do not fit the Thomas Frank system. They don't. They don't fit the Thomas Frank system, and they don't fit how we play. They run away from the ball. Anti-footballers, I call them. We don't need those types of players in the system. We need someone who, as you can see here, in the shots, in the assists, in the shot creating actions. Again, it's those shot creating actions. I speak about it so often, and I say that's something that Solanke struggled on last season, because you need a player that can create opportunities by themselves, someone that use their own initiative to create for themselves, but also create for other people. As you can see here, for people that don't know what a shot creating action is, you can read it. The two offensive actions directly lead into a shot, such as passes, take-ons, and drawing fouls. Single player can receive credit for multiple actions, and the shot taker can also receive credit. So he's doing actions on the pitch that create a shot, whether that's for himself or it's for someone else laying it off, whatever it is. But he's a player that is a high percentile in that, and he's always doing that. Very good to create in that sense. Now, again, successful take-ons, you can look on here, 2.33, high in those numbers yet again. So he's a player that improves Spurs and improves what we need in that number 10 position. And people want to talk about, you know, Spurs are using data. Are Spurs using data to target their players? You just have to look here. Two of Spurs' second and third targets, Enzo Milo, Nico Paz. This was a player we looked at a few weeks ago to try to replace Madders, but moves too slow on the deal. And then Nico Paz is another player we're currently looking at. And I don't think a deal's going to happen, but a news did come out yesterday to say he's not too sure on his future. But that was in the case of hearing about Real Madrid, not Spurs. So that remains to be seen whether he may move or not. But let's put him to compare him to the top 5 Sigma players. That'll be a good comparison. And that's a very good comparison. So you can see here, again, on the shot creating action side of things, let's open these up. Wait, that's pass types. You can see here, you've got a player in Eze who ranks very high. Nico Paz, again, ranks very high. You can tell why Spurs were looking into these two. These are probably the two players that rank high in most of these actions, for the sense that, look, again, you've got... on the defensive side of things, Nico Paz loves to get dirty, bro. He's a hard worker. He's a jewel. He's a guy that gets involved in those jewels. On the pass types, you got, again, very similar. You can understand why Spurs are looking into both of these players. And then again, on the passing. Now, Nico Paz is definitely, I'd say, a better passer. From what I've seen, I think they're a better passer. Eze is probably maybe a slightly better carrier of the ball. He's a lot older, though. That's the thing. When you've got to compare Eze, Nico Paz, and these guys, there's like a massive age gap in it. Like Eze is a case of player where he's 27 now. So you expect Eze to start performing instantly in this Spurs team. So let's see how this plays out. I'm thinking that Eze deal's going to dip down. And I can't lie. I told you guys a long time ago. Now, I did give up hope. I'm not going to lie. Seems like whenever I give up hope, Spurs just reel me back in. They reel me back in. Because it was just on Friday when I turned off Fabrizio's notifications. I'm done, bro. I'm done. It's tiring me out this window. I'm drained. Waking up, I'm seeing my phone. I'm just going through notifications. It's all these random players. Alvaro Morata, 4 updates in one day. Tired. Tell me about the Premier League news. Tell me about Tottenham. I don't need to hear about these random guys. But yeah, man, look, let me come back to the chat. Let me check in with the people then, see what you guys are saying. And please compare Johnson and Savio. You will laugh. Yeah, that's exactly what we saw. That's exactly what we saw, bro. I'll reshare it for those of you that may not have seen, but it's dark. Like they are they are levels apart. Look at that. Look at that, people. Johnson is green, Savio is pink. Obviously, Johnson scored more goals than Savio, and he scored 10 goals, so he ranks way higher than most players because he got no non-penalty goals. So he's gonna be in the 90 whatever percentile for that. Non-penalty goals, look, 92.1. But dribbles, carries, crosses, key passes, assists, non-penalty goals, GXG, and assist XG. There's only one thing that Johnson can do better than Savio. And it's not even relevant. That's the thing, because he's not good. So it's not even relevant. Steady dropping Madueke is steady dropping behind bars freestyle instead of mashing work on the pit. Alright, they gotta stop this Mandem FC stuff, bro. I can't even lie. Like, Arsenal players do force it though. We definitely saw Declan Rice saying, man's mid-shoot right now, bro. Man's mid-shoot right now. Which I'm not saying people from London speak like that, innit? So I'm not suggesting that he can't speak like that. He's grew up in, well, I don't say he grew up in London, but he's been living in London for a long time. But just to hear it come out of Declan Rice, it just sounds mad. It sounds mad. Jords, how does Savio work in our team? Does he play on the left? Yeah, he does. He does, Jay. But you probably read that. You probably got that by now. Guys are telling me Eze already. Bro, this is what I keep hearing, Judah. Guys are telling me this till now. Hooks was telling me this just an hour ago. Oh, yeah. So the deal's already structured. The deal's already structured, and that the deal's agreed to feed on personal terms. And so we're expecting him to come in to Arsenal, but we just need to get rid of players. Oh, yeah. But by the way, I don't want to hear about your fake sources, bro. The source is what? Flashboy again. Come on, man. Flashboy came through for you on the Sweden news, not coming through for you on the Eze news. I'm just letting you know. Big up to Flashboy, though. Big up to Flashboy. The one time we were playing fluent football under Andrews with Kulusevski on the right wing, Johnson as a super sub, and Madison injuries ruined it. Yeah, he did, man. Kulusevski needs. I've got Kulu in the 10. Kulu needs to play 10 next season. He's waiting, and they don't really want him like that. Yeah, that's the thing. Where's take these 5 minutes to touch grass? Thank me later. Today could be the last day I could wear my jersey out in public without risking potential embarrassment or humiliation after tonight. What jersey is that? Don't tell me you got an Eze Arsenal jersey. Don't do that. Ranger, I'm on a double bomb, bit. Yeah? Both bomb! That's what I'm saying. 3 a.m. should be asleep, but a double bomb are worse than a double espresso. It is, because you're just alive. You want to hear all the news. That's exactly what it is. Savinho has specifically requested that he is able to home his horse. If I could be bothered to scroll up, you would have got a timeout for that one, Sam. Because what the heck is that news? Man, just waffling, bro. Welcome to Tottenham. Savinho, welcome to Tottenham. Jords doing Prem role play. What are you on about? I said Prem role play. You're getting mad. But big up Jords and the chat. Big up to Drew, the fellow Spurs Mo. I hope you're well. Liars about 1v1 demons. They do it to themselves. Yeah, they lie about the one. Savino on the left wing is more of a winger, and Kudus on the right wing is an inside forward. Different options, both deadly 1v1s. They are both very deadly 1v1s. Yeah, Ghosted, you got it. Love for that one. He needed a little timeout. You need a little timeout for that. You can't be spreading stupid news and not get a timeout. Yeah. Striker's got no excuse next season if we get this done. The hook ad-libs kill me. Yeah, man. Hooks is always on the ad-lib setting. He's always trying to run up some ad-libs in the background. He didn't like it when I'm doing it on his stream. When I'm doing my stream, we're doing North Divide. Yeah. Spurs not. Yeah. He's just doing bare noise in the background when I'm talking. So I thought it's only right that we do it back to him. You know what I mean? Horse tax, brother. Batarun. Alright, come on, you Spurs from India. Big up to SMX. Come on, man. Come on, you Spurs. Hit the like button. Chat. We're 6 likes away from 100 people. 6 likes away from 100. So we will be getting around to that real soon with your help. We need your help to get there. I'm seeing that everybody's starting to flail out. I don't know what's going on because I can't believe the people are going everywhere. But make sure you stay right here. Football Heritage TV we will be going over to in the next 15 minutes. Shout out to Sava. We don't have our show at 1 p.m. today. We're going to be jumping over there a little bit early to talk about these transfers. So yeah, man. But if we don't add a striker like cheaper options, Wissa, then we are in trouble. Wissa's not a cheaper option though. That is the problem. Is Wissa is not a cheaper option like is being told. It's not the case. But we have had just some more breaking news on some other transfers, which I think could be relevant to play into some of this stuff because we have seen now Newcastle, and Newcastle be making moves as much as they try to say that Isaac. He's trying to say that the Isaac will not be moving. They obviously David Ornstein come out today. You know, it's probably worth me getting that tweet open first because what we did see today, I know it's Tottenham transfer news, but we always touch on some other transfer news once we got through the Tottenham stuff. But we did see this today to suggest that Alexander Isak is adamant he will not play for Newcastle again, even if the window closes without exit. 25-year-old views Newcastle career over, plus no wish to reintegrate. Club says not for sale, but exploring market amid Liverpool interest and striker wants. So they're obviously looking to replace the striker role that they have. They have just signed a new centre-back in Malik Thiaw from AC Milan. But then they've also just seen as they've opened talks with Aston Villa over Jacob Ramsey. West Ham also like 24-year-old and vice versa, but Newcastle emerging as preferred choice. Eddie Howe, big fan, feeling mutual. Several Aston Villa contract offers, but no agreement, so sale is possible. We have been seeing Jacob Ramsey has been linked with a move for a long time. Spurs are linked to him early in the window. Then we saw a few other teams linked to him. Nottingham Forest being one of them, and now Newcastle are linked to him. He's not agreeing his contract due to obviously wanting some more money, but also wanting some guaranteed minutes in his preferred position, which we don't know which is because he's an 8-10 winger, which he plays so many different positions. I'm really not sure where he actually plays. But as we can see here, Newcastle are looking to move on. They're looking to make some signings. Aston Villa need to balance their PSR so they can make more signings. Jacob Ramsey is an academy product, so it will be pure profit on this deal. I think this is one that will probably happen. And you're looking at around 35 to 40 million pounds, maybe even a little bit more, 45 million, because he's an academy product, he's English, and he's come through as a homegrown player. So Newcastle knowing, especially with clubs knowing that Isaac deal is imminent and he's probably going to be moving away, they're going to have to look to sign some of these players at some hefty fees, and people know they've got money now. So that 45 million or 40 million, whatever, it's going to come costly. And they've obviously signed up Malik Thiaw for 40 million. And they're going to look at some strikers, which you know they're talking with Isaac. They're talking with Jackson. We heard that they was interested in Muwani, but that's been shut down now. So there's a few of those players out there that they could look to move on to. Now, I hope, and I would want Jan Wissa try to come over to the Spurs side of things, but he looks keen on Newcastle, as a few players do. So I'm not too sure if there is going to be any movement on a Wissa deal to Spurs or any nines, because we haven't actually seen a 9 linked to Spurs. One 9 that was linked earlier in the window, bid up to SSJ, was Kali Muendo, who we done some research on, and I'll be honest, I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's a player that I would take in. To be fair, I think just last week we saw Brentford and was it Leon or Brentford and another team are negotiating for him. So he's a player that's probably going to be at a lower level club before we before he comes to another team like ours and competes at a Champions League level. He looks decent. I don't know about what you guys think who we should sign as a striker, but let's see. Look at Tobe. Tobe's just said he met Sammy Mokba at the airport, who gave him some encouraging but realistic news. Eze, please God, make this happen. But did you see Ornstein? Yeah, that's exactly what we just got round to him, and perfect timing, to be fair. Indy Kayla's one of them. CR said he's not. Indy Kayla, I don't know if you guys see his report yesterday. Man was all talking about Vinny Jr. to Man City. I was like, yeah, this playing brother's just, or he's tweet farming. He's tweet farming, bro. He's doing too much. He's tweet farming, so we already know what's happening there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed by Isaac. He seems like a smart person, and I hate how he's ruining his image like this. Of course, footy is a business, so he's doing what's best for him. But still, I'll be honest. I said this on Hooks' stream earlier as well, man. Like, I've got a feeling this is his agent pushing for a move. I can't see Isaac being the type of player who says, "I'm gonna refuse to play for Newcastle again," a club where he's been loved, he's been treated so good. They gave him the platform to perform in the first place. I can't see him throwing it back in their face and just going, yeah, I'm not going to be playing for Newcastle again. That'd be very silly from him. Very, very silly, poor, and I'd expect better from a player like him. So I have my doubts in it. I have my doubts whether this is the case, but we're going to have to see in it, see how it plays out. I've got a feeling if he does stay, he will definitely be reintegrated back into the team, but it's not a good look. You are right. It's definitely not a good look. I can understand why Newcastle fans are angry, but at the same time, if he does continue to play for Newcastle and he does stay and he does score, Newcastle fans are going to take him back. They're going to take him right back in, and they're going to be happy to have him back because he's a player of that class. So, yeah, I think it's disappointing, but at the same time, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like, it's just part of the game. You got to understand your role in the food chain, people. You've got to understand your role in the food chain. But if the camp gets really rustled, we could be looking at a tight Northeast battle for league position. Bro, we signed the players that we're looking at. We could be looking at a tight battle at the top of the table, bruv. Yeah, it might be us pushing into that top 4. Eze Savinho and the centre-back. We might be pushing into that top 4. You know what I mean? It might be real close, bro. It might be real close, like pushing on to them Chelseas and them, man. But we need this quality. We need players of the, like, taking the bias aside, or taking my Tottenham hat off, I should say. I think these signings are massive, massive needle movers for us. We've spoken all summer about needing players that need a movie, that move the needle. Players that are of a proven quality, players that you know what you're going to get from them, not players that are coming from another league, need time to adapt. Go get Premier League proven. Eze's that. Savinho, for me, isn't Premier League proven in that sense, but you know what you're going to get from him. So I would look at it and be like, yeah, this is serious. This is a player that's got so much quality that you can tell he's going to fit right in the squad. Plus, these are players that Frank wanted. Frank says he wants these players. Go and get Thomas Frank, the right players. He needs the right tools. He needs a turbo in that engine. Yeah? Right now, he's got a V8. I need a V10. I need a V10. You know, one of them ones. To be fair, I actually don't know the qualms with Colomendo. He's an all right player. He's just not the one that we need, man. He's not the one that we need. Not gonna lie, academy players should be cheaper nowadays because it's full profit for PSR, but that's why it's not cheaper, because they are full profit. Plus, they're homegrown. That homegrown quota is something that's hard to hit in this Premier League nowadays. So when you get a player that's from another academy in England, you're gonna pay more money for him. You're gonna pay more money for him because that value is just different. It benefits you so much more. But I watch Cali Mwendo, he's decent, but Mika, I could never say this guy's name. He's better in my opinion. Yeah, Mika's good. Mika's good. I can't lie. He would be a good option to battle for that top, that striker position. But at the same time, because Lyon are no longer getting relegated, I don't think their players are looking at leaving. They obviously play Europa League football, whilst Crystal Palace ain't. And that's one of the big reasons why I think Eze's news has been going on a bit further. Crystal Palace are missing out on a huge chunk of money, or missing Europa League. I've heard it's supposedly around £20 million. So with that in mind, they need to sell some players in order to bring some more in if they really want to compete in this Conference League. Now, they could keep Guehi, they could keep Eze, but if they sell those and reinvest it in the squad, you get younger players that are coming through, maybe more suited to what Glasner wants. And you're planning for the future rather than Eze is 27, 28. You might as well get him for peak value now. So in 2 years, you may have a player of that quality coming through the ranks, like you did with Elise, like you did with Eze when you bought them. So just got to look at trying to get that money or reinvest that money into players of that quality and young. But Wesley, man, what timeline is this where Spurs are having a better window than Arsenal? Lord, let it end now. And Hooks was here trying to crap on them when nothing ain't happened yet though, Wesley. Nothing. We ain't had a better transfer window yet. You man are way ahead of us in the transfer window. Now, if we sign Eze and Savinho, I'd argue that we've had a similar transfer window, but I don't even know if it's better because you guys need the striker. You got your striker that you needed. So for Gyökeres, like some people, you might just say signing Gyökeres makes you have a better window anyway. Like it's very, I rate Gyökeres as well, so I'm not even going to try to downplay it. Plus, I rate Norgard. Plus, I rate Zubamendi. So I think you guys have made signings for what you need, and we'll be filling our holes, innit? Pause, but it'll be the same way. But big up being Avishek, big up Jords Love from India. SLD, Eamon, Levy should start moving mad, step on some toes. Levy needs to step on a lot of toes. But that means nothing in the transfer market. Even if a deal is fully structured and agreed between clubs, another team can swoop in at the last moment and hijack if the player prefers their offer. Facts. We see that happen for Danso in the January transfer window on our side of things because we swooped in, got Danso when he already played. He was already in the country, heading to Wolves on a medical. We called up, we got a deal done for the club. We said, look, we'll agree the fee, bang. Oh, what? Money? We'll pay you a little bit more, bang. Yeah, better club, better opportunity, better money. It's just as simple as that. Now, for the Eze deal, I just hope, and I hope Spurs are offering him wages that are worthy of his quality. He should, I know it's a mad thing to say, that's why I said pause, Eze. That's what I said. But we should be offering Eze at least 150, 160K a week. At least, but to be honest, put Eze as our highest paid player. I'll be honest. Eze is going to be our most important attacker this season in that sense, away from Kudus. Kudus is on 100. I think Kudus is on 90K a week, maybe 110K a week. He's not on mad money. I can't lie. You've got to go and put Eze on the biggest money. You've got to put Eze on the biggest money. Make him our highest paid player. I'm here for it. 180K a week. Like, yeah, Danjuma as well when he was going to Everton. We come in and hijack that deal. Eze or Savinho for number 7. I'm saying Savinho for the number 7. Give Eze. What squad numbers are free for Spurs right now? I don't even know. Let's check. Tottenham squad numbers. Let's see what Tottenham squad numbers are. We've got. Do we have a number 8? Bissouma needs to go, so you can let go of that 8. Trying to think what other numbers. Maybe an 18. You could have an 18 go to Eze. No, Yamin Hyok's 18. Well, he's not with us no more, so he's left on loan. So his squad number will be available. 18 maybe. 23 if he wants to do an Ericsson. He could do a 23 on the back. Oh no, that's Poro. I don't even know what number. I don't care what number Eze is, bruv. Savinho's got to be our 7 though. That's the real Sonny replacement. Savinho's got to be my number 7. Get rid of Richarlison and give Eze the 9, bruv. Yeah? Get rid of Richarlison, get rid of Bissouma, and say, look, you want the 8 or 9? You get either or. Yeah? Either or, 8 or 9, whichever one you want, you could take. But he's not getting the 7. I'm sorry. I need that. You need Paul Chat to have number 7, yeah? You need real ballers to have that number 7. I'm just saying that's what I'm on. Gotta have Savinho. Not that he's not a real baller, but you know what I mean. I need Savinho to have that number 7. I need Savinho. But yeah, people, look, I'm going to send you guys over to Football Heritage TV. Make sure you drop a Durag Diaries raid, DRD raid in his chat. I'm going to be heading over there in literally like 5 minutes. So catch me there, sir. Get W stream in the chat. It's been another W stream every time. Over 100 people in the building. Over 100 likes. It's been great. We are going to continue on to Football Heritage TV, on to Fam Zone TV. And then we'll be with a gal in the afternoon. So make sure you are here. Stay right here. Follow me over. And we're going to be over with Sabah. Drop a DRD raid in this chat. Let me know where you come from. W stream.